So I just wanted to touch on a little bit of what I remember from home, too. Um, I mentioned that I started working on this information from the craft that I incarnated here from, and it was a really chaotic time when I left, actually, and I was unsure about leaving because of that. Not because of my safety, but because I could be more help. I thought there, maybe, but it was best that I bring this here. Instead, that was what was most useful. So, but yeah, definitely a war happening. And I remember working on like a flight deck kind of area, doing math to like get people to land really quick. I could do incredible calculations in my mind. I don't remember them right any longer, although I might. But currently I don't. So yes, the Galactic Federation, we were in a big war that I have since learned we won. So yay for that, because that was a big deal. That was very concerning. I felt unsafe leaving my family there. So I had a family as well um, that I remember quite well. And I had blue skin. And let's see. So there was a group of us working on this code and this information together as a team, but we each had a certain area that we were focusing on and collaborating with each other because it is unified still. So, I mean, it was then as well, even though we were taking a section to make it more easier to digest, basically here. So, um, a guy came in after we had a male came in after we had finished working on it and congratulated us for completing uh the project. And then he was like, okay, now somebody needs to bring it to Earth. And we were like, oh, like we thought we were done. But nope. And so that was obviously what I'm doing. um I remember going then to tell my family that I was leaving, and then I began the incarnation process that we all go through to incarnate here. So this is not me being special. This is just the only thing unique about this is that I remember it. But this is just the way that the process happens from that craft, at least. And I know that there are a number of different solar systems and lineages represented here on this planet, many. Um, Clearly all with the same kind of technology, similar technology to get people consciousness here to incarnate. So let's see. So I remember what the area looked like that we worked in, kind of vaguely, different areas that we worked in, and then um, different technologies that we worked with and the rooms that they were in. I remember that the tops of the walls were rounded. The doorway thresholds were angled and rounded. Um, the flooring was like a grate, kind of like something little would fall through, kind of idea. So that was metal on the flooring, and let's see what else. I remember where I lived there, what it looked like, and like there was a huge area where everybody like lived basically in these little like pod things, kind of like a tent but indoors, not a tent material, but like that kind of idea, a big tent. um and everything was round, mostly like rounded tent, rounded door frames, lots of round arches. There were arches there as part of the structure of the craft. But so part of the main reason, I know I touched on it, that this information is here is because, and the reason that the war was happening when I left, was that there are lower frequency energies that are impacting people's free will here. And that's really become a problem. Part of the purpose behind this experience we have on Earth is to be able to use our free will. And with many people, they're being impacted by frequencies that are not allowing them to maintain that sovereignty. And because of that, some things are happening that shouldn't be. So people's free will is very important, obviously, and this information that we find in our number line and that we will be expanding upon is here to help kind of balance out those inequities that are happening right now within people and people's sovereignty. So, and helping us remember that we're unified, and giving us a tangible spot to look at, to understand, a tangible resource to use to understand how that is possible, um, and to help pull us back together as that unified whole. So much of the math and physics that I've produced here has been channeled, and much of the information needed to support the completion of it will also be channeled. However, not all totally the case. Like there's going to be structural and electrical engineering that will be straightforward, um, and other areas that are very straightforward. It's all straightforward, just not all typical. So I do have blueprints as well for some of the areas that we're going to be building, some of the items that we're going to be building. And I also have about 37 gigabytes of information surrounding this, and that's just in data. So lots of information. Um, so please, if this resonates with you, please consider this a call to action to collaborate. And if you feel like you have something to contribute, please check out Cosmic Porch. My email address is there. There's a work phone there. Feel free to reach out for any level too. If it's not, it doesn't have to be just to contribute, but if you have some kind of insight or somebody that you might think, let me connect you with this person. Follow your intuition there. I am open to suggestions. So, and just in case too, if anybody watching this isn't familiar with the term starseed, it just means a person who acknowledges or understands that their origin, their soul's origin, is from off-world. And obviously we're here right now and we're human, but this awakening process that we are in during this time that we're living, which has been heavily prophesized, connects to understanding. This awakening process connects to understanding that our souls are multidimensional, and our human aspect is just one aspect of the truth of who we really are. We're very multifaceted, and awakening kind of opens up these other facets, and it brings them to the forefront of our consciousness and allows us to access information from those areas of ourselves. So it's quite beautiful. Where we're heading as a population is back toward the frequencies that were experienced during Lemuria and Atlantis, and so exciting here. And there's many boots on the ground, and I know that we're ready, and the time is now. So to see detailed information about this math and physics, you can check on the Cosmic Porch YouTube just below. There's going to be some other information in the description box as well, but there are tons of videos there with a lot of the math and physics. Obviously, not all of it, but the good overview is a good place to start. Check out cosmicporch.com and like and share this video, please. See you soon.